Scarftail Brian asked. Rune, would you kill?
Maybe I could, if you ask me more weird questions.
Anonymous asked. Wait, Malachi's footprint was difficult to identify since he's stuck between two forms. But what about a Pokemon with mixed heritages? Like, is DL's footprint that of a pure Meowth? What about Nico?
If you ask me, I think the visual confusion was kind of an amateur move on their part. Even though my paw pads have mixed colors, by the size they should have been able to tell that I am just a Shinx. But maybe if I sat longer they could have figured it out. Pokemon like DL or Indigo would have been pretty easy. I could make some accurate guesses based on the most common Pokemon in the region and take account their general paw shape. They might have some off colors, but otherwise it's not too hard. I don't know how much studying Diglett has in ecology, but apparently it's not enough.
Oh, damn, Malachi, that's a little rude. Anonymous asked. Requiem, I feel the need to ask, how do you like your job? And how long have you been doing it? Do you ever get lonely?
I've been at this far longer than you've been on this planet, that's for sure. This job is what I was born to do, and it's all I've ever known. But I get enough of a taste of the waking world by observing dreams and secondhand experience. While the work I do is certainly isolating, I'm never alone in my own company.
Anonymous asked, So, Keaton, we heard about the Guildmaster's most interesting find with that golden apple tree and all. What about you? Anything of interest that you found that still sits with you that you can tell us?
Among the more interesting sites is Zero Isle. From an entirely exploration-based point of view, it is one of the most fascinating dungeons near our continent. 5 dungeons have been identified in the cluster, though the Guildmaster and I have only ventured through the northernmost dungeon. Among the stranger sites were waterfalls flowing backwards, floating sky bridges, and trees that grew to enormous heights the deeper you went. Admittedly, it still gives me the jitters.
Anonymous asked, Do Pokemon go to school? At what age are they considered old enough to work and live on their own?
School is for wimps.
Hey, no it's not. I went to school and I'm not a wimp. But school is really handy. I learned a lot about tracking, mystery dungeons, raiding, writing, battling, scavenging, what not to do in a trap.
Shouldn't your parents teach you all that stuff, though? Except for tracking. Ma always said tutors cost a lot, and there wasn't anything she couldn't teach me.
My parents wanted to make sure I didn't miss out on anything, since they were busy all the time. Different strokes, I suppose. As for living on my own, a lot of Pokemon about my age when they move out.
So around the time that you're decent at battling.
Anonymous asked. Maelstrom, was it? Congrats. I'm using my magic and non-powers to grant you a body. Smacks with the toy hammer. Bam! You're a Hisuian Zorua now. Congrats.
Yes, that is I. But alas, I do not know what those words put together are supposed to mean. Ah, well this is a very adorable vessel, but I feel as though it wouldn't quite suit me. I believe I should be enormous and powerful.
Anonymous asked. So, how's the body, Maelstrom? Should be permanent. In terms of this Asbog only, because let's be honest, Hisuian Zorua is adorable. Zoopy's time.
If only it were that easy. Tragically, I suspect that any vessel that does not belong to me will quickly vanish.
Isn't there an orb or something that you can turn into something else? Fuck, I butchered that line. Isn't there an orb or something that can turn you into something else? Have you ever tried that on her?
You're thinking about an itemizer orb. It just turns a Pokemon into an item, not the other way around.
What happens after you become an item?